All right, so Darling in the Franxx. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna give it like a good 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10. To be honest, I'm really going high on it. This show, all right, don't get me wrong, it's a good anime. It's a good show, and like it started off. I say episode 1 through like I think 15. It was getting good, but then like they posted one boring video that had something to do with the doctor. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. I like the doctor and all that. Don't get me wrong, but still, like, if they tried to include fillers in it, I think that threw that episode right there by itself threw everyone off. So like, it's just like when you trying to do the anime, you have to keep everybody entertained. I know Naruto had a lot of fillers, but technically the fillers were interesting. They wasn't boring like how that filler was. So like once you got to episode 17, I think that's when Darling and the Franxx actually lost most of their viewers, because they was like, okay, it went downhill. You can't start good and go downhill. That's not how it's finna work. So I guess people, like, I have a couple of friends, I asked them before I even tried to make this video, they were like, okay, Darling and Franxx, it was good at first, but then like it declined. Like they just stopped watching it. It got boring. That one episode they dropped, it messed everybody up. Like I had to go see what episode that was. It was either 7, I think it was like 17 or whatever. Then, all right, I'm just stop bashing it. What I like about the anime, all right, it had a good story, good little plot, whatever you want to put it. I like how humanity was like, they were technically the only humans left, and here comes 02, a clone, a copy of the Klaxosaur princess. So like that made her different, but she wanted to fight for what was right at first. But then, I mean, it was a good little, all right, I'm not going to say like, all right, it was a love story, I'll put it like that. If you want to like just bash me in the comments, it was a love story, I'll put it like that. I mean, it was good. It was good, good little story. First like 10 episodes, you felt emotion, felt good emotion. After that, you felt boredom. I'm telling you, once it got to episode 17 or 18, that was it. Like it got boring. Now I'm not gonna say I stopped watching it. No, I kept watching it after it got to I kept watching it after that, just because like I felt like that they knew they made a mistake. So these next couple episodes finna fuck some shit up. Like I thought, like, all right. So when it got to the breaking point to where everybody started attacking whatever came out of space, started attacking the Klaxosaur and all that, like I was like, okay, so like y'all tried to develop whatever came into space from outer space, y'all tried to develop that in a thing of like 3 or 4 episodes, to where we had information on them, but like, to be clear, we didn't know them like we knew the Klaxosaur. Like that it didn't feel right having them in. Like that threw the whole process off. See, before the anime ended, this is how I thought it was going to end. All right, 02 and them, 02 and Hiro, they stopped the Klaxosaur. Bam. All right, done. All right, they live happily ever after. No, it ain't end nothing like that. All they did was like all that, like they got reborn at the end. So technically they died. They did die and got reborn. So technically 02 is now a human. So still, Hiro, he's been a human, but she technically turned him into a Klaxosaur because she was trying to be more human. But when she found out that Hiro was her childhood love, whatever you want to call it, it went downhill. So like, it didn't make it threw, like, okay, it threw me off, but it didn't throw me off. I'm like, so the last 2, I think it's like the last 3 episodes. Out of the first one out of those 3, I like at the second, like near the end, that's when they all became grown-ups. Then the next episode after that, they became grown-ups, and everybody was like grown except for Hiro and 02. They technically stayed the same. Like I know 02 turned into a damn transformer, but still at that she was still the same. Hiro was still the same. He was like his same age. So technically, once they defeated whatever the fuck came out of space, both of them died. Like they both just died. It was just like 2 little floating orbs in the air just gliding around. And I didn't really feel like that. I know fans, like, I know I wasn't the only one kind of pissed after that. Like, okay, what just happened? they're dead. Okay, they just floating around. Everybody else is grown. Fucking people done had kids. Like the hell, all of them had kids. So I'm trying to like, first of all right, if we get into kids, I know I'm getting all off top of how I'm going. If we get into kids, we just gonna ignore that she had a baby at 14. I know back when at that time they didn't have no knowledge of this shit, so technically they wasn't in the wrong, but they wasn't in the right. But like, hey, I'm not judging them. I fucks with it. They had their little baby, okay, but still, she had a baby at 14, and then like the whole story process of how nobody knew that Papa or whatever you want to call them were actually like aliens that were deceiving them. That's why they kept erasing everybody's memory, because they feel like somebody eventually was gonna catch on to them. That's why. But you see, they never erased Heroes and Zero Two's memory. I'm pretty sure they had a feeling that like they knew some shit was gonna go down. But like after all that, it just went downhill. So I'm like, okay, so like I fucks with it. Like, okay, I do fucks with the anime. I like it. It was a good little. That's why I gave it an 8 out of 10. Most of my friends were giving this shit like a 5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10. I mean, if it was good enough, it was good enough. Don't get me wrong. Like it was straight. But like they could have ended it a little better. So like now that makes you wonder. I know I'm not the only one wondering. If they were to do a season 2, which I have no information about a season 2, or are they planning on doing a season 2, but if they were to do one, how would they start it off? Like, would you like for them to start it off where at the end of episode 24, I think it was 25, 24, one of those, but would you like it to start at the end of that when Zero Two and Hero met each other again? That's the thing. They both were in the thing and they didn't even remember each other. So they were reborn, but they didn't remember each other. So that's another question. So like, they don't have no memory, no nothing of what just happened. So technically all that shit that happened is a blur to them. So like, what else could, like, if they was to make a season 2, I'd be confused myself. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know where to start it. I wouldn't know how to like approach that situation again. All right, you gonna start Zero Two as kids and everybody else is growing up, while they're kids, while everybody else kids is the same age as them, so they technically growing up with the kids. Like, I don't understand like why they made them reborn. See, this how I wanted it to end. I wanted it to end. All right, Zero Two and Hero, they stop everything. They live happily, but now they have to find a way to get back to them, but they're growing up. So I'm like, okay, if they start a season 2, it'll start like that. They trying to find their friends, get back to Earth, whatever, yada, yada, yada. None of that shit happened. So I'm trying to figure out what made them decide to just end it like that. I like, bro, it made me mad when I first saw the episode. Because like, all right, don't bash me, but I watched this whole series in dub. But once I saw the anime was finished, I finished the rest in sub. So I was like, okay, this something different. It's nice. Like, okay, so I'm like, I've been waiting. You telling me I've been waiting every Thursday at 4:00 just to see this last episode that disappointed like some, and I guess some people were actually happy with the ending. Like I wasn't happy with the ending, but I also wasn't upset with the ending. It's just like, like what happened? I'm lost. Like, did that really just happen? Like, yes, it happened. They could have did something way, like, bro. Now, if there is a manga to it, I'm gonna let you know. I have not read the manga, so like, I'm pretty sure it ended the same way in the manga too. But it probably, knowing the people that only read the mangas, it ended different. No, it was a little bit different. And yada yada yada. I don't really care, to be honest with you, because right now I saw what I needed to see, and I wasn't too happy with it. Now, if I was to, alright, now I'm not gonna just bash anime. Like I said, I liked the anime. It was good. It was okay, but I just didn't like how it ended. Like, and when it got to episode 17, that's when they lost like half of their viewers dramatically from that show. Like, I'm telling you, me and my friends, all of us used to just watch it. We used to like, okay, we used to talk about the episodes. The next thing I know, once it got to that episode, and I was like, have y'all seen the new episodes after that? They like, no, I just stopped watching it. I stopped watching it. I'm like, why? It got boring. It like, the story just all out of place now. I'm like, well, true, but I mean, y'all didn't expect Papa to turn on him, but I knew something was up with them. I knew they weren't actual humans. But like, all right, now I do recommend anime. If you like love stories like that, I recommend it to you. That's right up your alley. Like, at first it was Forbidden Love, and they just snapped like that. Just that's like, this is your type of anime. But anything else, like, if you don't like love stories, then no. If you don't like messed up endings, then no. Like, it just, the whole anime by itself just like threw itself off. And I'm, like I said, I give this anime an 8 out of 10. I recommend it for people that actually like love story type animes and all that good stuff. I also wouldn't recommend a season 2, but I would like a season 2 just because I want to see what happens after that. Like, so, all right, everybody else is going on. I'm not even worried about everybody else no more. They done did their thing. They done had their kids. The big dude, he done had like 4 kids already. You know, he getting it in. But, and I'm like, I'm only worried about 0, 2, and Hiro. Like, that's all I'm worried about. I just want to see like what is up with them. I mean, to be honest, I think the whole anime was supposed to be revolved around them, but other character developments came in to where you stop really worrying about them. Like, I just wanted to know, like, for a season 2, like, what if they were to do it, like I said, if they were to do a season 2, how would it like play out? How would you start the season, like, or how you, don't do no origin story of everybody in the season 2 like that, right? That would like be so pointless. I want to know who everybody's parents and stuff was, but like right now, I think that's not the main focus that everybody wants after season 1 just ended. Everybody wants to know what happened with 0, 2, and Hiro. They got reborn. They're both kids now. So I'm trying to figure out, how did that, like, that just defeated the whole purpose. They won't. That's another question. Will they even remember them? Like, will they know that's Hiro and 0, 2? Or like, did they just get erased from their memories too? Like I said, man, it just, the anime is good. It just, the last episode, that right there just threw everybody off. Like, I like, feel me personally, like, it just threw everybody off, because like, I think that it wasn't really supposed to end that way, but I think the ending was kind of rushed also. But like I said, they could have had different little perspectives of what I thought and all that other good stuff. So I'm like, damn. So I'm just like, they really just did everybody like that. Like, that really just happened. They became kids. Like, the last scene ended with, "Who are you?" And I think Hiro said that to 0, 2. So is her name even still 0, 2? That's like, she just got reborn as a human. So like, she technically, like, his name, but they never went by their code names anyways. But like, still, like I said, man, it's a lot of questions I got. I really would like to talk to the director of this, just to ask questions. And my own person, I'll shoot that man an email or whatever. But like, still, like, how would you, like, it's all about season 2. How would you start the season 2 if there is a season 2? For like, I just think it could have been way more, like, it could have been better than that. Like, I know some people are actually gonna bash me in the comments talking about some, oh, it was good, oh, it was this, it ended perfectly, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, it ended perfectly to you. It didn't end perfectly to me. I wasn't expecting that. I wanted more. So like, I'm just drop it after that. But I'm just drop the whole anime review right now. Just make sure you like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Share it. If you want people to watch the anime, just watch the anime. Anyway, man.